All right. So, do we want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Wait.
How do we start it?
That's how we're
started.
Hello,
All right, welcome.
everybody.
We're doing a podcast.
Jeopardy. Here's your host, Alex Trebek.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Wait,
say
no.
Trin. I was gonna say he's not in.
Let's get raw. Sorry.
Okay. All right,
Into the
Keem,
news.
calm down. So we're gonna do a podcast. This is the Oi podcast. If you don't know what Oi is, it's our friend group. It's a group chat that's been going on for way too long, and now we're gonna do a podcast because it gives us an excuse to all get together and talk and stuff.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
he said.
So should we introduce ourselves, or
Yes, we each
No,
give our
no,
Sonic
no
OC
introduction.
name.
do we need do we need to give our bio and our resume
I
and
am
our social
John
security number?
Blackwraith. My special power is soul absorption. I may have the ability to regenerate and also fly, but my downside is I'm clumsy.
Your likes and dislikes.
My likes and dislikes. My dislikes are my parents. My likes are black hair and skinny, cute goth boys.
Okay.
Great
my
start.
My name is Jared15, the minion echidna. My spirit animal is Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy. My likes are cigarettes I steal from my stepfather Terry, and my dislikes are my real dad. My special ability is I can eat a popsicle stick in one bite, as well as
Wait, the
not
stick
having
or
to
the
clip my
popsicle?
toenails.
No, the stick.
The stick.
Popsicles are too cold. I have sensitive teeth. That's my downside. That's my weakness. Also, I run on wood glue. I just inject it into my veins.
All right.
I don't run on it, I just really like it. Okay, who's next?
I'm Nomeo. Because I'm just short. But my superpower is being absurdly short, and my
Power
downside is
not
being
having
not
a pop
tall.
filter.
I do actually have a pop filter.
it's
thank
not
you very
working.
much.
I'm a bit disappointed you didn't go Sherlock Gnomes, but that's pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gnomes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm not Sherlock Gnomes because I can't even discover where my height went. So
Where it
It's
existed in the
elementary, my
first
dear
place?
Watson.
It existed in the first place?
Rule
No,
35.6.
can't find it.
Oh, yeah, Drew.
And I'm Max. I don't have a funny thing, but I'm, I guess, technically the host of this because I recorded it and I'm gonna do all the stuff for it. So, you're welcome.
What? I thought we were getting Pat Sajak to host this.
I wish I couldn't pay him enough.
Oh, damn it.
We don't have the Squarespace
We
sponsorship
don't
yet.
have money. We don't have the
We're not
dollars.
sponsored by
Squarespace,
McDonald's.
Sponsor us, please. Thank you.
No. So, quick, a poker app. Sponsor me.
Quick, eat my soul.
All right.
Make
so
me
anyway,
go absolutely apeshit.
Okay, guys, I don't use a Quip electric toothbrush, but
Oh
I
my-
think they're
shut
pretty
up.
fantastic. Sponsor us,
Die.
please.
Okay, stop.
All right. So, real introduction. So, hi, my name's actually Noah, but everyone calls me Donnie because he calls me Noah. Don't ask me why. It's a long story. You'll find out in episode 13. The lore.
My name's actually John Darkwraith. I'm not joking. My name's it's guys. It's not funny. Please stop. My name is Lucas. I'm the boy. I draw the thing. I'm funny sometimes. I'm not fun. Actually
And you
funny.
don't know how
laugh
make
at it.
sentence.
I'm still here. Hey guys, it's me.
And the other kids still know Mio.
Actually,
no, he's
we'll
actually
see. Well, you see, I wasn't lying. I'm actually just short and not tall.
He
Is that
does
your
actually have a
name?
superpower of being not short. Of
He has
being
a,
not tall.
he has
Yeah.
a superpower of not being able to reach the top shelf at the grocery store.
It's true.
mine,
I
I
don't remember
never
the
had to
last
worry
time
about
I got
hiding cookies.
fluff.
Oh, fluff.
Dude, you got to get the Hannaford brand stuff because it's all you could reach.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
there isn't
actually
any
introduce
left.
yourself.
I've eaten the rest of it.
Actually, introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's your name?
Me?
Hi, Kyle.
Who?
No, Nomeo.
No, Mio. You know, yeah, you never said his name.
You never said your name.
Oh, yeah. I'm Andy.
Okay. So that now that
What
that's
is it?
finally out of the way, fucking
That's-
6 minutes in. Not actually, but maybe, I don't know.
20
Um,
minutes.
What? Okay, so do you want to scroll up to the top of the chat and so I can talk about the fucking bullshit that I hate?
Of
Oh
course.
my god.
Because I've
Here we
been
go.
dying to tell you guys about this. I told Donnie.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know this story already.
So do you
I'm
guys?
just gonna be quiet
Okay.
the entire time.
Okay. Do you guys know Penn and Teller's Fool Us?
I think
Yes,
so.
of
Okay, you know the show. I know Andy knows it. So
Explain
He's
the
a
gist
I
of
was-
it.
Penn Jillette.
so the gist of
Of
the show
course.
is Penn Jillette and Teller. It's just
Yep.
Teller. He he basically they're magicians and other magicians try to come on and show them a trick that they don't know how it's done. So I watch the YouTube clips all the time when they come out. It's like, I don't know, airs on like fucking Wednesday nights, so like Thursdays.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
see
it's a
a bunch
really
of
weird
videos.
time.
So I don't watch it live, but I see the clips on YouTube, and I clicked on one that was like just a super fucking bullshit clickbaity title, but I was like, it's a Penn and Teller clip, I'll watch it. And basically this stupid, I hate her so much. She like is a psychology student, and she came on the show and she was like, yeah, so one of our projects this semester was to do something creative, and I loved watching the Penn and Teller Fool Us show, so I figured I would create my own magic trick. And I told this to my class, and I performed the magic trick, and they were like, you should submit it to Penn and Teller's Fool Us. And I was like, they'll never accept it, but then they did, and I'm here, blah, blah, blah. So the whole trick has to do with her studying psychology, and she says she spent so much time studying that host, Allison, what's her face, the flute in her pussy girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother. and
How I
blah,
Met Your
blah, blah.
Mother. Yeah.
So that girl's the host, and she said she rewatched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all of the American Pie movies, and everything else that she's been in, and to like study her facial tics or whatever, which is a dumb thing to say because she's acting. So like that has nothing to do with, well, anyway. But anyway, so she hands her phone and she says, I have a playlist with over 1,500 songs, and I want you to pick one, and I'm going to know what you pick. And just by reading your face and asking like a few questions. And so while Allison's picking the song, she goes on this whole spiel about the facial tics and blah, blah, blah. And then comes back, picks up a notebook, and just starts asking like stupid questions like, oh, is it before like 1980 or whatever? I don't know. And writes down Michael Jackson's Beat It, and then shows it to the audience, and or then says like, Allison, for the first time, what song are you listening to? And she's like, Michael Jackson's Beat It. And she like turns it around and she wrote that down. And it fucking fools Penn and Teller because they didn't know how they did it, because they went up to her and like checked her ears because they were like, we know you're getting the information somehow, but we don't know how. Like, can we check your glasses? Can we check your ears? Blah, blah, blah. This dumb fucking bitch. Oh my God. This is how she did the trick. She had a goddamn Apple Watch on her wrist.
And it had like the Bluetooth telling you what song was
So
playing.
she could just see what song was playing.
Fuck, that's not
So
magic.
she goes behind the table, rolls up her
Not even
sleeve,
reading, that's the magic
looks
bubble.
down, reads the name of the song, sees who it's by, and then just writes it calmly on this notepad, and is just like, oh yeah, I'm nailing this. And then shakes her wrist so that it covers up the Apple Watch, and then fucking fools Penn and Teller because I didn't know how they got her information. It's not a magic trick.
That's not a magic trick. That's a generational gap.
Exactly.
It also could. I guess it might be considered a magic trick.
I
Still,
mean,
though.
I think a magic trick has
just-
a lot more skill involved, like flicking a card so it
Yeah.
looks like it doesn't exist, not connecting your Bluetooth.
Oh my
Well,
God.
well, yeah,
it
well,
was
especially, like-
infuriating.
and then
It's
Teller.
Allison Hannigan, by the way. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Hannigan.
I was gonna say Raskin, but that's the girl from BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she's not on
No,
BuzzFeed
I
anymore,
just-
but she was.
I just think that's like I get how it can be magic because she's doing something in a way that you can't tell. But like most other
Yeah.
technologically savvy people would be like, oh, she's wearing an Apple
And
Watch.
if you
Yeah.
watched it, and
And
if
she
you
can
watched
see
it, the TV broadcast, you could clearly see her roll up her sleeve, and so she could see it, and then she shook her sleeve down so she would cover it up. But Penn and Teller, just staring at her, didn't realize it because she was blocking it with the damn notebook, and they're like 50 years old or 60 years old or 70 years old, however old they are. So
I think
like
they're 60s.
so they freaking got fooled by a goddamn Apple Watch.
Okay, well, so I want to say, so I watched a
Yeah,
an
Teller's
interview with them.
70 years old, so like he's not gonna know like, oh, it's just an Apple Watch. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't speak.
But I watched an interview with them. I think it was like Google, and they said sometimes. So they said basically,
Oh no.
it just tells me, and I talk about it. So there's a
My-
good
my-
chance Penn saw what was going on.
My internet cut out. Can you go back to you saw an interview on Google?
Oh yeah, sorry. I saw an interview on Google like Penn and Teller, and Penn was basically like, it's like I'm an idiot, and I usually don't like know what's going on. It's usually Teller that will like tell me what's happening, and then
Well, that's why he's called Teller. Duh.
oh funny.
Funny.
But yeah, and so there's a chance that Teller didn't see it. Also, he said sometimes the guys in the booth will just like say like, "Oh, give it to him," or like,
Yeah, they
or,
didn't.
like,
They didn't
if
get
Penn
enough.
Teller.
Yeah,
if
they
they're on
have
the
like
right
they have
line-
judges who know how they've
well,
it was
well,
done.
I always forget his name, but he's backstage, and every contestant has to go and show him the trick and say exactly how it's done.
Yep.
And then he tells like the booth or whatever. And if Penn Teller are generally on the right track, the booth would be like, "All right, yeah, you guys are like super far off," or like, "Yeah, you got it," and then they'll either award it or not or whatever.
Did you ever see the who I think it was Costa Kimlatz the first time he was on the show? He did a trick and they said like they brought up the Fooler thing and they brought down the trophy and Penn's just going, "No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Bring up the trophy, like blah blah blah." And he's like, "You come on the show and you think you have to fool Teller, but it's you fool or you think you have to fool Penn and Teller, but really you just have to fool Teller. You can fool the big dumb guy, but you have to fool Teller to get the trophy
Yeah.
or whatever." And then eventually just goes,
So
"Oh, and you fooled Teller too," and then they bring down the trophy.
That's so
I love
great.
that.
It's so good.
Yeah, so that's why like I think they're like one of some of my favorite two like stage performers still. Is like they have so much fun doing it. Like they're not like, you know, like I don't know, like the rest of the shows like that, like American Idol or Dance with the Stars or whatever.
Yeah, where they
Where
look
they're
like they
hit a
hate it.
button. They hit a button and they're like, "Man, you're pretty good and all." Like they Penn will mess with them and just like
That's why
have fun with it.
really really like the concept of Fool Us and even things like The Voice or whatever, because
Yeah.
with America's Got Talent, someone can come out and do juggling and then like freaking Howie Mandel, who's like
Howie Mandel.
he's just Howie Mandel. He's like just like a comedian. He's gonna be like, "Oh, that was really cool," but like some juggler would be like, "Oh, I could do better than that," you know. Like, but with Penn and Teller Fool Us or something like The Voice, it's singers judging singers and a magician judging a magician. So it's like,
Exactly. Well,
if
yeah.
magician comes out and fools freaking what's the dude with the face and the hair that's on American Got Talent?
Are you
one with-
talking about Howard Stern?
Yeah, Howard Stern.
No. Yeah,
He's
Howard
not
Stern.
on there anymore. It's Simon
Yeah, well-
Cowell now.
Yeah, but still.
When he was.
Either way,
Either way,
Like-
What I
Yeah.
what I don't like about some of those shows, I'm gonna be negative. What no
Contrasting
some of
views.
some of those shows like like the ones you're talking about, I think those are done well. I don't really like the buttons sometimes, how they can just
I don't like
interrupt
the
them in the
buttons.
middle of it, because I see some where
I
these
agree.
people will like, there's this, I forget what it was, there was this one, I think it was this like French version or this like it wasn't in English, I forget exactly, but it was thank you. It was it was yeah, it's this woman painting something with this like sand or something. It was really cool. But it was a very long process, and it took about like 6 minutes or something. It was less, but like it wasn't like 3 minutes where everything was going on in action. And during the like first like 10, no, not 10 seconds, like during the first like minute, everyone just buzzed her off because there wasn't anything. And then she like makes this after the end of it, she makes this incredible looking painting that's like I forget what it was. There's either this picture of like Christ or like Jesus. It was this like big figure.
Those are the same people.
I meant to say Yo. I don't know why it said Jesus. I meant to say Yoda. So there's a
Those
Same
are still the
thing.
same
Still the
people.
same people.
They're still the same
but
people.
but yeah, and it was just really good. And then at the end they were like crying and they were thinking, oh my god, we were dickheads
Yeah,
because we just stopped them.
My issue with
I hate
America's
when they
Got
buzz
Talent-
people that end up being good and like afterwards, like after buzzing them, they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry I buzzed you." But it's like,
If I
And-
were that, I just leave.
and when
I just
other
wa-
judges like reach over to other people's red buzzers just because they don't like the act or whatever. Like I saw one that was like a roast comedian that was just roasting the judges and like they got butt hurt and they hit the big red X, but like the whole audience was like, "This is fucking hilarious."
So that means it's
No.
done well. I think they don't even care about winning. They just got to say that and
Yeah,
get away
exactly.
with it.
My issue with America's Got Talent is it always ends up being like a singer or something who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too much singing on that show, which I get they can't deny it because like singing is a really good talent. But at the same time, there's like 15 other shows that are.
It should be
singing
like a dance group or like
Well, they.
somebody.
So you
I
think you
don't
can dance still thing?
know.
So you think you can dance?
Dancing with the
No.
Stars is the
Well-
thing, but So You Think You Can Dance isn't.
Yeah.
Well, it's like back when recycled percussion
No,
got
it's still a
second.
thing. It's
We
still a
were
thing.
my mom and I wanted them to win so bad because like everyone else was just.
It was like them
singer.
or a
That's-
12-year-old girl who plays ukulele. Which, don't get me wrong, that bitch who won the I don't know why I called her bitch. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, I think it was. a guy.
out of
We
respect.
love you.
but
We
that
love
girl,
you, whoever that.
that girl
play
who
the
won it
ukulele.
like
Please be a guest
last
on our
year,
podcast.
she was pretty good. I liked her.
I don't even know the winners at this point. I haven't kept up with it for like years.
No, I saw this one America's Got Talent audition the other day, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. It was this weird ass dude in a sleeping bag, turning into a caterpillar and then a butterfly, and his dick came out.
Grace Vanderwall is her name.
Really?
Yeah.
That was on TV? Was it?
Yeah, no, he was like, hello, ha, ba, 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 ba," and he like dives across the stage in a sleeping bag that looks like a caterpillar. And so then he's like doing this weird like metamorphosis thing, and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's usually.
And then like when he's like, I'm growing into my cocoon, and then he's like set in his cocoon, and he's like, now I'm gonna be a beautiful butterfly. And then like he
I think
came out,
that's-
and like they're like, no, you're right. And then they like all buzzed him, and he was just like, no, you're rushing me. And then he stands up, and these huge wings hanging off his back, and his dick is censored with a butterfly. And Heidi
Wow.
comes up to him and goes, "There's a hole in your stockings."
Wow.
And he's just like his dick is out,
It's
and I'm like,
hilarious.
and the dude got it just was really bad.
How many people in the audience for that? Because I can just imagine doing that, and then that happens, and that's your legacy now.
So Lucas, I have a question.
You have a
For what
question.
you were
I don't
talking
have an
about,
answer.
was there any chance that it was somewhere in Europe and maybe it was Paris? And this is your cue, Andy. Talk about your trip.
Oh wow, yeah, Paris sure does exist,
Well,
and that might have been where it
that
was. Hey, Andy,
that was a
Nailed it.
wow. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
your face
Um,
looks so animated.
You
That's
can't
a
see my
the
face.
podcast. Oi, the podcast with segues.
Of course. So Paris is French. Donnie has a French last name. Hey Donnie, talk about. Anyways, yeah. So my trip. Okay.
If you're wondering what my last name is, it's Baguette.
It's ranch.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Ranch.
Well, okay. Well, all right, first of all, let me bring that up. So, baguette. I really wanted to find a baguette dispenser because I've heard of them,
Like a vending machine?
and that was like baguette vending machine.
That sounds like
And,
something out of a political cartoon. I'm
Sounds
sorry.
like
a
That doesn't sound
Family
real.
Guy.
Sorry,
And-
keep going.
And
It's a
somehow
Ziggy.
I got my family involved with it, and I was like, I'm not buying a baguette unless it's from a damn vending machine, right? And so we didn't buy a single baguette, like we didn't buy one until like the second to last day. Because
When you found a
I
baguette
was
vending
trying
machine?
to find. No, we never found one. Exactly, is
And
sad,
then-
anticlimactic.
So
but
you went.
we
You
kind of
went
gave up and just went in a store and bought one for like
And then
a
you
euro.
walk outside and there's a baguette vending machine.
I
You
wish.
went out of your way to try and look for the like cheaper, probably garbage one. You were busy looking for the Applebee's when there were all the like genuine restaurants around.
No,
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
I
I
wish.
hate Applebee's.
Dude.
You know what I mean, but
Okay, but if
Talk
you
about
go
Paris
to if you
before.
go to a foreign country, you got to try the McDonald's. Did you try the McDonald's?
Dude,
Nope, my parents
Fortnite
didn't want
Battle
it. I
Royale
wanted
yeah,
to.
is-
that's
Okay,
a good point. I've always heard about that.
Okay, so we went in. It was on it was like a McDonald's on like the I don't know what the street's called because it's French, but it's like on like the big shopping street. Yeah.
Same joke. Okay.
Yeah, it's on a big street, and I think it was the one that like where the dude pulled out a gun a while ago. Like it's like the famous shopping street. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Absolutely say.
Okay. Anyway, went in McDonald's.
Yes, Donnie, that one. And the entire like the walls that on both sides were just covered with like the touch screens. There was like 20 or 30 of them, and there was like a super tiny counter. And I wanted to order. I was like, can I order just like a 10-piece nugget? I just want to try this damn machine. My parents are like, nah, we're in France. I'm like, but I just want to use this machine.
If I ever, honestly, if I ever go to a foreign country, I want to get McDonald's. I just want.
They're actually
there's-
better.
That's what I
over there.
wanna
They're
do.
like
They're not-
different menus, and they've got like different. I'm
Like the
can you get,
Japanese
like-
McDonald's are like intense.
Can you get a
Aren't they
beer at
upside
like
down?
German McDonald's or something?
Yeah, you can in any of the
Probably.
foreign ones.
Oh yeah. I think I heard of it. Yeah, I think it
Can
was
you get-
France, too.
Can you get heroin at a McDonald's that's controlled by the Taliban?
No, but you
Right,
can
like-
get dog in certain parts of Asia.
Wow, dude, racist.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, Asians
Um,
exist. Racist.
God damn it.
Did you
We're
guys?
off to a
Okay,
good start.
real quick. Did you see the? Who was it? Was it Logan Paul that was like, no, it was Rice Gum, and he was like, "Where's the dog? I want to try dog." And he's like in the middle of Hong Kong, and everyone's like, "What the fuck are you saying to me?" And it's funny because like it's been outlawed to have dog in a restaurant since like 1976.
No, but it's epic.
It's so
Well,
stupid.
did you see the video of it was like this. It was
Can we
this
keep
Asian
saying
guy.
Logan and Jake Paul to boost our views? That way we can put them in the tags.
Hello, yellow gang. It's
No.
me, your boy.
There's like some Asian guy. I don't remember who it was, but he made like a response video to Rice Gum, talking about how awful Rice Gum is. And then so he's like, and so finally he ends it and he's like, all right, Rice Gum, if you want to come back and you want me to be your personal translator, I will do it, and I will say every stupid thing you say just so people can punch you or like whatever he says.
Good.
Just so
it
people know
was just-
what he's saying.
Yeah, just people know how.
Well, there was
terrible
news
the
outlets that
person
picked
is.
it up in China that was like, like retarded YouTube sensation goes around the city asking where the prostitutes are. You know, because he literally just went up to old people and was like, "Where
Yeah,
where
he's
my
like,
bitches
"Where
at? Where the
Yeah.
hoes?" And it's like, stop.
I mean, are they wrong?
But anyway, Andy, didn't you say like the whole place smelled like cigarettes too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the second okay, so I'll go back a little bit. So we get off the plane or whatever. First of all, like impression, like the bathrooms in Europe are just fantastic.
Yeah,
The
because
stalls,
up your ass.
no, they don't have those there.
Damn it.
The stalls are floor to ceiling, like actual doors, like not just like stalls, they're actual like rooms.
Well, yeah, they're
So-
French doors. You're in France.
Shut up. So you're in like you're completely isolated, and it's like almost soundproof too. Like
So
so like
shit as loud as you want.
yeah, and it's honestly peaceful. I actually could use the bathroom in public because it was just like, you know,
Okay, but
people
what
can
were,
see
what
me
were
the
the
crack or
urinals
whatever.
like? Was it a trough or was it
no.
urinals?
It was not. The sinks were troughs though, which was cool. Like the sinks were like huge sink.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was
yeah,
they had like 18 faucets that all went to one thing.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyways, yeah. So we went to the bathroom or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's an interesting first start. And then got our bags. We're walking on the way out, and of course, there is like the French military walking through with FAMASs, like there's like 8 of them, and I was like, oh great, we're off to a good start. You know, when they're walking around with machine guns, this shit's not gonna be good. Which it didn't really help me feel any safer. I just felt like the fact they got to walk around like this is kind of scary.
If they need something to that degree,
Yeah.
there's probably something going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, you know, want to get out of here. So my parents got like they went and exchanged money, whatever. And we went outside. The second we walk outside, there's like 30 people smoking cigarettes, and the entire outside just smells like cigarettes.
You just
And I
walk
was
into
like,
a wall of the smell.
yeah, I was like, oh dear God. But like everybody smokes there because it's like a social thing. Like all the restaurants have like more outdoor seating than they do indoor seating. Like they're all outdoor seating on the sidewalk, and there's like 8 seats inside pretty much. And every single table has an ashtray on it, and the seats like face the road. because literally everyone will just eat and then just sit there and just smoke, and it's like it was too much for me because I just can't stand the
I
smell and
felt
it kind of kills me.
No sane person should enjoy the cigarette.
Yeah. So it was just like, it was too much. Um, I don't I don't know. I don't know how people can enjoy going there
Probably
when
just get used to
smell
it.
alone,
Not
but-
even an enjoying thing.
yeah.
Probably just bearing it.
So skipping ahead in your trip a little bit, you went to the Louvre.
My darling.
You goddamn right.
I cut out. Hold on. Bear with me.
I like bears.
My internet cut out. Hold on.
Cut it.
I can
out.
still hear you though.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're here.
you okay, now I'm back. You went to the Louvre, right?
I did, of course.
And I saw your dad's pictures of his selfie facing backward from the Mona Lisa. How many people were in that room, do you think?
Couple hundred.
Oh yeah, talk about
All-
that. Talk
yeah.
about taking pictures.
So
yeah.
okay. So first of all right. So I'm gonna take like a little bit of a step back, just to, like give a more
course.
overview of something else I like noticed about the place. But like the whole Paris, it's so infested by tourists now, and it's become such a tourist trap. It's kind of sad, because like it's a historical city, and I'll give it that. That's cool about it. But you go somewhere to see this cool building, it's like that's a beautiful building. I'm like, oh, I want to check out the inside. You walk up and like, oh, it's 20 euros per person to go inside. It's like, are you kidding me?
What is that in freedom
Like-
like what?
It's I don't know,
Like,
probably 20, 23, $25.
that's what I
I
was thinking.
You-
Okay, yeah.
Freedom.
don't know.
That what you
It's,
call
it's
it.
like it's usually a little more in US
That's what
dollars.
everything United States you know,
Well,
if
then
it's
convert to
distances,
good money.
it's freedom.
Yeah,
How many cheeseburgers does
Oh.
that cost?
but it was like, and sometimes you'd have to pay to get, like for example, the Notre Dame. You could go inside, but there was like a museum inside of it. You had to pay to get into that, and if you wanted to go up on the roof, you had to pay for another pass to get up on the roof.
But what if I show up in a hunchback cosplay? Will they let me in for free?
Yes.
You know?
100%.
They'll let you work there.
You should give it a try.
Can
and I'll
I
take
ring
a
the bell?
picture of someone taking a picture of you
Okay.
looking like hunchback. That
You have
inside,
to break your back.
Okay, in the gift shop,
Backpack Mountain.
they actually had the hunchback like dolls and like Christmas tree ornaments. So
Good.
it was
I don't-
good.
I don't
But,
know how I feel about that. That's kind of cool at the same time. It's
I mean, it's a
famous
Disney movie, so
yeah, no, it's
Why
a
not?
good movie, you know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
if you
Well,
actually go to hell, you can get a Hades action.
it's true. Anyways, you're
Um,
saying go ahead.
But actually, so I have to say though, so seeing all the stuff and all the tourists, whatever. Honestly, I think I had more fun taking pictures of people taking pictures than I did taking pictures of the things. I honestly don't have any pictures of anything. I only have pictures of people taking pictures, which is really sad. But
I think your dad took plenty of pictures.
I took a ton, and I was like, honestly, I'm not going to be able to take as good of pictures as professional photographers, anyways.
From
And
the
the
way it
pictures
looked,
are never going to do it justice.
from the way it looked like it was gonna take like at least 10 minutes to get even like close to it, and even then, it looked like people were bustling around, so you probably would have like a millisecond of time to even take a half decent
Well,
picture. So I
that's
don't
the
blame
thing.
you.
Well,
That's
it,
the
well, yeah,
thing too with like the Mona Lisa. Like, yeah, it's really cool to see it in person. However, it's like you can get a really high quality detailed on fucking Wikipedia. You
Fun
don't have to
fact,
go
y-
to it in fucking France and take a goddamn image of it.
so okay, yeah, so Mona Lisa
At
stuff.
people with selfie sticks.
So you walk into the Louvre, they have signs that point you to the Mona Lisa, and it's like all the way on the it's like you have to go up 2 flights of stairs, and like over to the right and back and in some room and over in some other room. It's like it's kind of convoluted, but there's
So they
just
don't want people
crowds
to
of
steal it.
That just there's just crowds of people that just
But
go
there's
towards.
signs pointing to it.
I have a
And-
question.
What?
Does the Mona Lisa is it like on like one of those like tracks that brings it down to a vault, a la the Nicolas Cage movie and the Declaration of Independence?
I am not exactly sure, although I did look it up what
'Cause
they
that'd
do
be
to
cool.
protect it. So I'm not sure.
They lock
No.
15 guards in there at night.
Well, they actually do have guards in there, but anyways, so like, so you get to the room for it, and it's like the second you like cross the threshold, it's so loud, it's just obnoxious. And of course, the first thing I did was I didn't even see the damn painting. I just saw the crowd of people, and I was like, hey, I bet that's the Mona Lisa right there. And then of course I turned around and looked at the picture behind it. That's just like a billion times better. Beautiful picture.
This is how it goes.
And I admired it, and then I turned around. We went for the Mona Lisa. So it's like 30 people deep. Literally, it's like more crowded there than it is in like a sardine can or a whorehouse in like the medieval times or whatever. Like
A
it's
brothel.
mental. Yes, brothel. It's mental. So like, and everyone has their hands up above them with their phones and stuff, and people are trying to take selfies with it, and they're just like standing up at the front for like 5 minutes trying to take pictures, and I'm just like, get out of the way, because you get up to the front and you're still like 10 feet away from it, unless you have disabilities and you can get a little closer. But like you're super far from it, and you can barely
Okay,
see
so what
it.
if I show up in a cosplay of the Hunchback? Can I get close to it?
That's a disability, so yes.
Probably,
All right, sick.
but
Solely because you're walking around France in a Hunchback cosplay for
Yeah,
no
just give
reason
you
other
enough
than to
credit.
try it out. Like,
Well, I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to ring the bell at Notre Dame. You know, like the movie. I'm trying to find
Actually,
my. What's the girl? In
actually,
the, what's the girl in
that
the movie?
bell was loud.
Is it
The girl-
Anastasia? Is that the one?
Hunchback
I don't remember.
girl.
I really hope there's just girls that have hunchbacks.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, you can keep talking about that. But I want to go on a tangent.
Esmeralda.
My favorite game to play whenever I see a selfie of someone like that.
Is
Wait,
to
like
walk
if
in
I
front of it.
No, my favorite. No, not when I see someone taking it. Like when I actually see the picture, is to play the game. How awkward did it look to take this? And
Yeah.
you answer that for me. Where they're like, if you see someone where they're like at some like movie, or if they're at some like park or something, and they take this picture that's like up in an angle where they show like nearly a bird's eye view themselves. And I just like to imagine somebody like sitting at a bench like a few yards away from them, seeing like that, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Also, how many tries did that picture take?
Yeah, just that they did that. Like, no, wait, hold on.
But back to that with the like
Sorry,
everyone
yeah.
just has their phones up. That's what I hate about going to concerts. People literally
Yeah.
just sit there just so they can record it on their phone and watch again. No, be with it in the moment. Music, like you go to a concert to be with the music in the moment, not
Yeah,
to
don't-
show everyone your freaking Snapchat.
I try to
Yeah, don't put it on
take
your Snapchat
videos
story.
of it.
If
Yeah.
you have me added on Snapchat, I will say fuck you if I ever see you post a concert.
I'll
video.
only
I'm not
take-
even kidding.
yeah.
And then people be like, "Yo, did you see my Snapchat story?" Be like, "No, I didn't because I refuse to watch any Snapchat videos."
So
Yeah, but I hate it so much because it's so obnoxious.
I'll do it
And-
minimally if there's something like big going on in the show. If it's a like band I like I saw like a band like Godspeed You Black Emperor, and that's not a band you're not gonna see that often just because of like how they do music,
I'll post
more
an
orchestral
image
stuff.
of the artist on stage, like
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take like
I was
minimal
here, I
videos,
saw-
and then it'll be like 2 that are 10
I
seconds,
understand the
and not
post of,
entire night.
"Hey, look, I'm at this concert." I don't understand the 3 minutes of a video
yeah,
of your
like
favorite
that.
song.
that
If
you
I
can't
ever
even
do that.
hear because it's just all like the speakers are too loud for your phone, and there's too much cheering. You can't even hear it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I honestly,
Look,
I've only been to one like big concert, and it was Steely Dan. So like
yeah,
most
and no
people,
one ever had their phone
It's
out.
like too
most people
older.
where I was sitting were just like just enjoying the music, you know.
Yeah.
People in like the big grass seating area, some of them were singing like the more popular ones or whatever. But like I just wanted to listen to it and see those people play live. I like that's why like there was a Taylor Swift concert recently at Gillette Stadium, and like I had
Yeah.
cousins who went. I see people that we went to high school with who went.
Yeah.
Uh,
Me too.
some people from UMass that I saw went. Even some teachers from that I've had have gone, and I just seen so many
Good.
pictures of it, and like I would never want to go to one of those concerts because for one, to be close to the performer, which in this case Taylor Swift, is much more expensive than just sitting somewhere else. And if you're sitting far away, then what's the point? You know, I understand there's the energy and everything, but I just like I'd want to listen to them sing. I don't want to listen to the crowd cheering, and I don't want to be looking at them through binoculars, and then even then they're only like they're still far away.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, when I went to see Tyler the Creator and Vince Staples, this past winter, like, I took a video of Tyler ranting about how good the grocery store Wegmans is compared to every other grocery store.
Oh, damn
That's
right.
freaking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Then
like
she's like, "Yo, Whole Foods is shit compared to
But
this."
that's
like,
but that's not a freaking video of Taylor Swift
No.
singing the most famous Taylor Swift song. You know, that's way better. That's way
Like,
better.
No,
yeah,
it's so funny because it's personal, and I was like
Yeah.
10 people back from the front, and so right in my face. It was
Yeah,
so awesome.
like when
but
I
again,
saw-
I was right there in the front of the concert. It was so
Like when I saw Godspeed You Black Emperor, before it, there was like one of the women that was in it. She was like, she said this whole thing about how she was playing some like 15-minute violin solo about quantum physics, and I was thinking like, I gotta take a video of that because it's fucking weird.
You mean
But it
composition
was good.
1960 number 7?
I don't know.
Is
What?
that the video you have of you playing 20 minutes, Max?
It was 30 minutes. Thank you. It was an F sharp power chord, and I held it for 30 minutes.
No, you didn't hold it.
Okay,
Your bass held
My
it.
my bass held it. I walked away, ate a pizza, came back, and then finished it.
Yeah.
Check that out on my YouTube channel. Actually, I think it's unlisted, so don't.
Fuck you.
Well. And
We
everything.
allowed to swear.
Yes.
I know.
No, this is a Christian site.
I said dickhead earlier.
Lucas, be
Max,
careful.
tells
Your dad
everyone-
reads your messages.
Whoa. Father, son.
Holy
Holy Spirit.
Ghost?
Yes.
Which one is it? Who
Yes.
knows? You decide.
Okay, so speaking of the Holy Ghost,
Now, speaking of Christ,
Don McLean beats
have you?
Swift.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up. This has nothing to do with the Holy Ghost. It was a horrible transition, but I want.
Boy,
I've been
the
meaning.
podcast with segues.
And so I think about this a lot. I don't think about this a lot. I do this a lot, and it's I want to phrase it in a question. Do you guys ever step into the shower and freak out that you're wearing socks, but then you're not wearing socks?
No, instead I figured
No.
that I'm wearing my watch by accident. I'm like,
No.
oh no.
Yeah,
I'm like,
well,
oh, we're good.
well, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that I'm not wearing socks when I go into the shower. So
Because
I'm not
almost
trying to give
every
you shit. Like,
time-
I'm genuine.
Almost like every other time, or maybe more than that. Like 3 out of 4 times I take a shower, I step into the shower and look down and go, okay, I'm not wearing socks, and I'm already in the shower. But for some reason, I just say, holy shit, am I wearing socks? And I just stepped in, and I'm like, obviously I'm not. I just like.
Do you guys ever like go poop and then you like go back and then you like go and start doing something and then like, get out that you forgot to flush and then like someone else went into the bathroom and was like, "You, what the fuck? Who pooped here?"
No.
No.
Okay, that happens to me.
No.
No, I mean, it doesn't happen to me. No, like weird people. happen. Like,
Not
really
me.
weird people.
You
Definitely
weird,
not me.
smelly.
Yeah, so podcast. Question of the day. If you could pee any liquid that's not urine, what would it be?
Chocolate milk.
You've
was
been
gonna say, and why is it honey
practicing for
mustard?
this. No,
You
I
said
don't want to
Dijon
think about
mustard?
Honey mustard. Come
Oh,
on.
Oh,
honey
now it's
mustard.
different.
No, what?
Yeah.
No, do Grey Poupon, because then you'll be rich. You'll be
No,
classy.
Max, you're pooping on things out of 2 holes.
No. I think I'm gonna have to pee out Rovesinep.
I gotta think about
That's
this.
mustard.
Yes.
Um,
Tastes good on hot dogs, by the way. Icelandic people really know how to make good hot dogs.
P. Arnold
So,
Palmer's.
another weird thing that I wanted to
Sam
bring up that has to do
Pellegrino,
with
Sam
the
Pellegrino.
bathroom, since we're on the bathroom subject,
Ooh,
is
poo-poo, pee-pee.
the
Oh,
other
since people.
the other day, I got out of the shower and I was gonna shave my face, and
Were you
I
wearing socks?
no, I wasn't.
Okay, podcast.
I wasn't. I had to think about it. but I got so, and I grabbed my razor and I grabbed the like shaving cream or whatever, and
Or whatever. What else do you
barely
use?
I
Mayonnaise.
you don't know
Butter?
me.
Butter like that episode of Seinfeld.
Dude, no, it's it's the mustard that you pissed out. I took
Honey mustard.
that's mustard. So I took the shaving cream and I very, very nearly put it on my razor like you would toothpaste on a toothbrush. And I stopped myself and was like, wait, nope, that isn't how this works. That's the other thing. But I kind of wish I kept going because I wonder if my brain would have opened my mouth.
Oh no.
And then you shave all the hair off your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Off my tongue. I have a very hairy tongue. No, so that so that was my morning.
No, I had an electric toothbrush, or I still have one. And so like the thing is, you have to put it in, like you put the toothpaste on, and then you put it in your mouth, and then you turn it on. Because if you turn it on while it's not in your mouth and there's toothpaste on it, toothpaste was fucking everywhere.
Right.
And there was one day where I forgot how toothbrushes work, and I literally, I kid you not, I put toothpaste on my toothbrush 5 times, turned it on, and then put it in my mouth, and I had to repeat that process 5 times because I couldn't figure out why it kept going everywhere.
Your mirror is just covered in toothpaste. You're like, what am I
Yeah,
doing
and then-
wrong?
And I'm in a college dorm bathroom was the thing. So I there's a pretty good chance someone would have walked in on me if I continued to do that.
Did I tell you? I told you guys about the guys who were shotgunning beers in the shower, right?
Yeah.
That usually happens, but tell it.
It was fucking
Yeah.
PBR too. So like, I don't even drink, but like, I know that's gross. And I literally like, I was taking a shit, and then 3 guys or 4 guys walk in, and then they're like, "Is anybody in here?" And I don't say anything, and then eventually I stand up. Like only like 30 seconds later, I stand up flush, and I go out there, and I just see like it must have been a 24 pack or whatever, and then I just see them shotgunning beers in the showers, and I'm like, "You guys are fucking dumb."
I watched a guy walk out of the shower one time in a tiger suit and with a funnel and an empty beer can.
Yep.
And I just don't want to think about what happened.
Shout out to Dickinson 6. I wasn't quite the tip of the dick, but I was close.
What does that mean?
Dickinson 7, they had a Snapchat group called Tip of the Dick,
Oh.
and I was
that
jealous.
was your-
I wish I was on the 7th floor.
Oh, that was your floor. Okay.
That was my dorm. Dickinson 6.
We have 3 group chats for my floor from last year. There was Gleason 5. There was what is it? Gleason 5 bullshit. And then there was Gleason 5 memes.
And we have the Discord server and the Minecraft server.
All we had
Yeah.
on my dorm was just everyone played Fortnite and jeweled, or it was my friends at the end of the hall, and that was it. That was literally it. Why did juuling just kind of happened immediately?
I
it-
agree. It came
You
out of
know,
nowhere.
like when
All of a sudden,
we
it was
were
the most
doing
popular thing ever.
when we were doing like dorm orientation, whatever the fuck, when we were like sitting in the hall talking to our the people that run
And
it.
then someone put a cigarette in a flash drive.
No,
and
they were just yeah. We passed around a USB and set it on fire. No, but we there was just
Yeah,
like
high off
things all
battery
around,
acid.
and I had barely known what a vape was before. Like I kind of knew. I knew the whole like cartridge thing. Then
Big
I just see
smoke.
them passing around that. And I just
I
like,
love the
think, like,
videos of people going around with USB sticks and then people
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
it's a vape. I love
No,
it.
the funniest one is
Yeah.
the screwdrivers.
Oh, that's it.
because
No.
the screwdrivers.
The screwdrivers are the best one. You gotta cover the screwdriver in like shit or something.
It's like Nike Spoonie, but with vapes and drums.
Yeah, Julian just blew up. It was weird.
I don't get it.
Like within the course of like 3 months, I would just like go on any internet thing, and there'd be people making jokes about like 10th graders like vape juuling in the
I had-
bathroom.
I was saying, my friends and I, we have a group chat called, I think it's now called Joe Panu after Joe Paterno, Penn State, and that whole Gary Sandusky thing. Anyway, it was originally called the high school bathroom because kids
Yes,
jewel in
know.
the high school bathroom. Actually, no, I think the first name was Strictly Porn. Because our friend instantly, like, we made the group chat, and then he instantly posted paraplegic porn. It was no
As
Stop.
one
joke.
would.
It was just paraplegic porn. Anywho,
Okay,
Um,
so getting off of that subject,
yeah.
anything else?
I'm getting away from. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna do Donnie's album of the week.
Oh yeah,
which,
we should tag that on to the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what is it this week? Did you decide yet? Or are you deciding right now?
I'm deciding right now.
All right.
One,
So
two, three.
for background,
So
Donnie for the last, I don't know, 2 months or so, maybe a month and a half.
more than 2 months. It's
More
been
than 2
going on
months?
since. So 4 months.
Oh, so 4
No, you
months.
explain.
Donnie for the last 4 months is listening to a different album every day on Spotify. He has a playlist going that he puts the first song on the album in there so you can see what he's doing.
Yeah, you can follow it if you'd like.
Yeah, you can find it somewhere.
Yeah.
So he's gonna give us an album of the week.
So yeah, so within the past week, I listened. So the album I'm going to listen to is the Ben Folds 5 self-titled album, just because I think Ben Folds just has a really unique voice.
You
and
just
has a
made me
really
cream
cool-
in my pants by saying that you're suggesting Ben Folds. I love Ben Folds. You ever
yeah,
seen
the
Over the
other
Hedge?
albums
Oh,
Yeah. But anyway,
you ever seen
yeah.
Hoodwinked? Oh,
I've heard a lot of sentences in my life, and you ever seen Over the Hedge? Was not one of them I expected to hear.
You know,
Sorry, keep going.
I think it just captures like a lot of like that like mid '90s like pseudo rock kind of like slightly indie vibe, and it just got like a really upbeat tone to it. And Ben Folds just writes songs about like random shit, and the tracking on the song I think is really good. The order, everything just kind of flows really well, and at the same time though, like the songs you can listen to stand alone. It's not like The Wall where you have to listen to the entire fucking album at once for anything to make sense.
yeah, but that
And-
makes it
Right, right,
awesome.
Yeah, no, I love The Wall. It's a great album. I'm just saying, but yeah, I think some highlights of the album: the intro track, Jackson Canary, followed by Philosophy, which is right afterwards.
The philosophy.
Yeah, Philosophy is a really great song. The Last Poke is also good, and Best Imitation of Myself were probably my favorite.
Best
songs on
Imitation of Myself is the best one on that album.
that. Yeah, by far. But yeah, those are my highlights. That's Donnie's album of the week. It'll be probably any really random ass genre of music. Like, to give you guys context, the last 7 albums I've listened to, so the past week, Rolling On by Peter Wolf, the album was A Cure for Loneliness. Rolling On was the first song. Taboo by Denzel Curry, Ben Folds 5 by Ben Folds 5, What Could Go Wrong by Red Vox, Liquid Swords by Jizza, Batch by 4Q, and then Tarkio Road by Brewer and Shipley. Right, that's 7.
You listen to Red
Did you
Fox.
just say
Four.
4Q?
6, 7. 4Q, Fork.
It's
I know.
Fork. Michael
realize
Leake's
that
band.
now.
It's called Fork.
I know. I'm tired, okay?
4K.
Don't offend me.
I know, I'm looking at the album right
All right, that's that.
Yeah,
So we should be
anyway.
wrapping it up. We've been going for just about 45 minutes, and I think we're gonna
Tap it.
try to keep it to around 45 to 50 minutes to 55 minutes, maybe an hour if we really get going.
Maybe
Maybe
Now
2
if-
hours. You know, you
Now,
never
and
know.
now if we start really rolling,
Except for the 13-hour extravaganza for episode
Well, no, if
13, the lore.
if we're just keeping going, then for that long, I would say we're gonna cut it off and pre-record an episode, because if we want to keep going, we can keep going, but we should keep them to slightly more digestible lengths, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although,
Because we're recording these on cassette, and we mail them to you physically, and you have to eat them.
Yep, I record them on my Tascam 8-track cassette recorder, and then I make copies of it at Staples. I don't know if you knew that they still did that, but they still
we
can
put
do that
each
for
word
you.
on a floppy disk.
It's actually a point-and-click adventure. This could have gone many different ways, but you decided to end up here and hear
This is
about
the bad
paraplegic
ending.
porn.
It
It's
was
your
the bad
fault.
ending when it started.
although that's
so-
also assuming we have more episodes.
Yeah, no,
like,
this
we
is
don't wanna
the
get
this is
killed
the
in
finale
finale.
of season 1.
Yep.
We had a pilot episode that was season 0, episode 0 that happened a few days ago or yesterday. This is season 1, episode 1, hour 0. And next week we may or may not be back with season 2.
Return of Jafar.
Return of Jafar. Electric Boogaloo.
Days of Future Past.
Hey, you won Kazoo.
Featuring Knuckles.
Revengeance.
And Dante from the Devil May Cry series. It's like Skyrim, but with guns.
And
It's
a
like
large
Skyrim.
soda.
I'm so alone.
2 number 9s. Number 9 large.
Guys, remember when Big Smoke was a thing?
Oh, funny.
Because I don't.
Yes, you do.
Can we talk about? Oh, never mind. I'll say that for the next episode. Coming up in the next episode, Chuck Berry's Spotify account. Who runs it, and why do they listen to music?
If Chuck Berry's fucking dead. Okay. Newsflash. Straight from the Oi podcast.
On the next one, I
We're
can't
bringing-
believe they fucking killed Chuck Berry.
Who's
In
they?
real.
God.
Who's? They gave me gonorrhea. Who's they? The government.
They're
We
putting
watched
chemicals in the
Seinfeld.
water that's turning the freaking frogs gay.
Were they adding Alex
Alright.
Jones to Seinfeld?
To Minecraft? Oh, to Fortnite. I want an Alex Jones skin. Dude, screw John Wick. I don't even play it. I would play Fortnite if they had an Alex Jones skin.
You're just fat and short and don't have custody of your kids.
No, they have a skin for Thanos where you turn into Alex Jones. And that,
A skin for Thanos.
yeah, that's a thing
You-
that's real, and
you
people would
drop it.
understand.
You drop in the game, and then you have kids, and then when you turn the Alex Jones, you lose custody.
You know, there's
And then you
actually
try
a
to smell snake oil. Okay, all right.
There's a
I tried
special-
to wrap this up like 3 minutes ago. Let's wrap it up.
special
Yeah, wrap
feature
it.
if Alex Jones dabs, then the actual rapture happens in real. Okay, wrap it up.
Wrap
I
it
just
before you tap
I just
kids.
want to leave everyone with one quick message. If you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
Hey!